Hey all, this is Dan's brother John. I'm visiting from Tennessee and hanging out with him, trying to help my parents take care of him as he's on hospice care. And this is the update for the 19th. And I figured I'd try to give you a video update, see if it adds anything to your understanding of what's going on. He, by the way, wants me to continue to update you guys as far as I can tell. So um, today he was not really that awake most of the day. He didn't have much to drink, maybe 24 ounces total, mostly orange juice and then some water. No food, and that bothers us because if he wants to eat, we want him to eat. If he doesn't want to eat, of course, we don't want to force feed him. We don't want to make him drink if he doesn't want to drink. But he was thirsty, and so we gave him whatever he would drink. His ostomy bag wasn't filling up. There was impacted stuff in there, so we eventually wound up clearing that, changing his ostomy bag, clearing out the blockage, so that if he was hungry, maybe he could pass him stuff. And we put a little bit of water in there to try to like soften it, make sure it was clear. As I was changing him, we changed his shirt and his bed pads and cleaned him up and applied this Perigard. It's called Perigard. It's almost like caulk. It's white, very thick, waxy kind of substance to protect and care for his skin, and helps prevent bed sores, which are a big problem. We also got him a wedge pillow, like a king size wedge pillow. It goes basically the length of the bed so that we can take some of the pressure off of his tailbone, which is a real sore spot. And his heels are getting it, and a little bit his elbows, not much. Um, so that helps a little bit. He's got sores on his arms, sores, and he coughs a lot. It's very difficult to listen to because it sounds like he's, in distress. And it's wet, but it's not really all that productive. I was able to get a little bit. I was like, "Hey, can you spit into this kidney basin? This little kidney basin." I held up to his face. So that was one time. He didn't cough as much today because he was sleeping, thankfully, today. Anyway, so we changed him today. Oh, we also got him a UV light to see if we can, I don't know, anything to take down some of his icterus, his jaundice, and so just like a newborn baby, we used one of those lights and we set it up today. So those are the main things. I also gave him some lactulose to see if maybe that could move his bowels and maybe take down some of the nitrogenous waste, some of the because his liver is not really functioning that great, and see if that would help clear his head at the same time. I don't think we were able to get him to take much lactulose. He's still on liquid morphine, 10 milligrams every hour as needed. He's still on Ativan, I think 0.5 milligrams, something like that, every 4 hours as needed. But really, we definitely are not at those levels yet. Moving him, rolling him, really causes him a lot of pain. Rolling him to the side, which we have to do. Mad respect for nursing skills, folks, because it is an art and a science, and moving him is a technique, and changing him is a technique, cleaning him is a technique, bathing him is a technique, is washing his hair, shaving him. I didn't shave him today, but it's all very detail oriented. There's a process that works better than others typically. Anyway, so we changed him. We got his shirt changed. We got him cleaned up. Got the Perigard on him. We were all ready. I was ready to go home. I just got back. I'm about ready to eat. And it's like 10 o'clock. And then I saw that he has an external catheter, and it was leaking everywhere. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I was like, stop. We got to clean him. So we put a towel down and we like try to stop stem the tide. And then I've never changed an external catheter or anything like that before. So basically, it's just a condom. It's a condom catheter. And so I gingerly cut that one off because it's adhesive. There's an adhesive, and then there's a little tube that comes out the tip, and it goes into a bag that hangs on the side of his bed. And so gingerly cut that off. My mom called the on-call nurse, and she walked me through it. It's really just putting on a condom, essentially. And so a little bit more intimate than I was prepared for, but you know what? You just do what you got to do, and cleaned him up and reinstalled a new catheter on there. And I think the problem was the nurse, bless her, she's great. She had it's actual technique where there's like an adhesive pad that adheres to his thigh, in this case his left thigh, and with a little clip on it, and she clipped the bag to that as it was designed to do. The problem was my brother was moving his thigh out to the side, and I think it broke the seal on his catheter, and so that allowed it to drain all over. So we didn't make that same mistake twice, and hopefully it'll carry him through the night. We got the weekend to go, so the nursing staff is not really daily at this point, so on the weekends. Anyway, all that to say, we got him cleaned up, we got the new catheter, and before I go, I did the Mizpah prayer and sang him 2 songs, the same as I do for my daughters before I tuck them in at night, and I'll sing it for you. I'll say it for you now, and I'll sing those 2 songs, and I'll say goodnight. So the Mizpah prayer is what Jacob and Esau agreed on before they parted ways, and I used to say, Dan also, we used to go to a one-room schoolhouse, grades 1 to 8, in our younger years, and we'd say this before we parted ways for the afternoon after school ended. The teacher would lead it, Ms. B, and it was, may the Lord watch between thee and me while we are absent one from another. So I told him that, and then I held his hand, and I do this every night. And I said, and this is an Irish, I don't know where it came from, but I used to sing this at the end of school as well. And it goes, may the road rise to meet you, may the wind be at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your fields, face the rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, till we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. And then I sing this song to my daughters, and I sing it to him now every night. The Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you, and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. It's from Numbers 6:24 to 26, and it's also a song by Carrie Job, I think, somebody like that. Anyway, want to give you a heads up on how things are going. This is for all Dan's many friends, and it's been a great joy to get to know some of them and to reacquaint myself with others. I appreciate your care and love on his behalf, and I can't thank you enough. And I know if he were with it enough, he'd do so face to face. He'd do it on YouTube and in person for those who are able to come. Love you guys. Have a great night. See ya.